Kendrick Lamar, King of New York. What's your take on this?
You know, when I first heard it, man, that wasn't even the line that caught me. You know, the line that caught me was, of course, when he's, you know, his name getting at all the different artists. But even when he said he was the king of New York, I didn't take it as he was saying I'm the king of New York. I was taking it as like a metaphor, because he said I'm Machiavelli's offspring, the king of New York. I was taking it as, okay, maybe I'm just thinking too deep into it, but Tupac was born here in New York. So maybe he was saying I'm the offspring of the real king of New York, because Tupac was born in New York. That's a debate within itself. Do you count Tupac as a New Yorker because he was born here? I didn't even know he was born here. Wasn't he born? I thought he was born in like Maryland somewhere.
Well, he spent some time growing up in New York. He actually, Tupac's original rap name was MC New York.
Oh, gotcha.
He went to like the performing arts schools out here and stuff like that.
Gotcha. But F all that. I'm thinking too deep into it, listening to what other people were saying. When I heard the line initially, I didn't have no problem with it. And the reason I did have a problem with it because I just felt it was disrespectful, but it reminded me of when Snoop kicked down the buildings. When Snoop in the New York video, he kicked down the buildings. Was I mad at Kendrick for saying that? Nah. Because truth be told, Mano brought up a good point. It's a lot of kings of New York, and ain't none of them from New York. Because truth be told, when Kendrick does a show, Kendrick will pack the venue more than any artist from New York whose name is not Jay-Z or Nasir Jones. And it's like, yo, he comes out here, he sells out shows, they go to the clubs, they have a good time. Yo, Kendrick was at the VMAs this Sunday in Brooklyn. I didn't see not one person who put out a diss record to Kendrick even in the building. Think about that. Out of all of the people that put out diss records to Kendrick Lamar from New York, none of them were even in the building. But Kendrick was on that main stage. If I was a rapper from New York, I'd be taking a hard look in the mirror and stop blaming radio, stop blaming DJs. What am I doing wrong that people aren't gravitating towards what I'm doing?
I mean, in terms of the response records, I mean, you're right. I mean, Papoose did one. He wasn't in the building. Joel Ortiz, he's overseas somewhere now, touring last I heard. You know, we just interviewed him. Joe Budden did one, not in the building. Iman Shumpert, I think, did one.
Oh, God. That was so pointless. That's when it became a circus, though. And that was the other thing that got me. It's like, how come in hip-hop nobody can be original, man? Like, it's like when one person does something, everybody wants to do it. This goes back to me when Beamer Benz and Bentley came out, everybody wanted to do a Beamer Benz and Bentley freestyle. Or when J Electronica Exhibit B came out, everybody wanted to do an Exhibit B freestyle. Like, why do we do this? Like, there used to be a time in hip-hop, I would think, where you would see somebody doing something and be like, all right, they doing that, I'm gonna go do this. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like even somebody like Uncle Murda, who jumped on the record. He did a different beat. He didn't even use the control beat. At least if you're gonna respond with something different. After a while, it gets annoying. It's like, I don't even want to hear your shit.
A few people did that. Like, did you hear the Papoose response?
I heard Papoose. Papoose did his over control though, didn't he?
Was it control?
Yeah, he did over control.
Maybe you're right. But Papoose was pretty tough on his.
Listen, Pat been getting busy lately. Yeah. And I ain't even gonna front. Like I was one of those. I've always been an ebb and flow with Papoose. Papoose either takes me here or he takes me there. And I'm like, damn. But lately, since that Versace remix, Pat been getting busy. He just got a stigma that, especially online, where people want to say that Pap is like the wackest rapper ever. Oh, Papoose is garbage. Like nobody wants to hear him, so they're not really paying attention. But now they're starting to tune in because you see Nicki Minaj tweeting about the Versace freestyler, Just Blaze tweeting about how he got busy. You know, like I even tweeted, like I know B-Dot tweeted out how dope it was, and I retweeted like, yeah. So now people are starting to pay more attention, you know. But I mean, Pap is another one. He's dope, but it's like, what are New York artists doing wrong? And I don't even know if they're necessarily doing something wrong, but I just really feel in my heart like your thoughts become things. So if you're always trying to take things back, how do you ever move forward? You know, when you always talking about taking it back to the essence, or you know, talking about missing that 90s sound, like how can New York ever move forward if everybody's still stuck in that era? Like you can't. It gotta be forward motion. We're seeing right now that you can still be dope lyrically. Like, think about everybody that's out. Everybody that's out right now that's winning, to me, is a dope lyricist. Who was the originator of dope lyricists? New York City.
So you would say French Montana is a dope lyricist?
No.
French Montana's winning.
French Montana.
He's from New York.
Yeah, he's from New York, but I'm talking about everybody else. I'm talking about Kendrick Lamar from LA. I'm talking about Drake from Toronto, Canada. I'm talking about Big Sean from Detroit. I'm talking about, Nipsey Hussle from LA, J. Cole from North Carolina, Wale from DC. All of these guys are real MCs. Like, they're rapping. Pusha T's from Virginia. The originator of true hip hop lyricists was New York City. Rakim Allah was the first person. I mean, I'm born in 1980, so he was the first person I heard spitting bars. Those guys are spitting bars.
So what's your take on French Montana?
French Montana makes great records. French Montana is like a down south artist who isn't great lyrically, but he makes great records. Period. And that's something that a lot of lyricists don't know how to do. A lot of lyricists don't know how to make great records. And that's my other argument I always tell these super lyrical people. Yo, just because you're a super lyricist, what's the point if you can't make a great record? After a while, people don't want to hear just bars. Biggie Smalls is a super lyricist who can make great songs, great albums. Jay-Z's a super lyricist who can make great records. Even Nas, can make good records when he gets the right production. Mm-hmm. So it's like, nowadays you got these dope MCs who are making good records. Wale's making great records for radio. J. Cole's making good records for radio. Kendrick's making good records for radio. And all of these dudes lyrically can get busy. So what is the artist in New York doing wrong? Only thing I can think of is they're so caught in the I want to bring it back mentality that they're not playing it forward. Mano played it forward. Mano had High Hater,
yep.
All the Above. Those were big records. He was playing it forward. And All the Above is a dope. I don't care. Y'all can say whatever y'all want about Mano. Listen to All the Above lyrically. He was saying some real stuff that if you come from a certain place, certain struggle, you can relate to. So it's like, to me, artists from New York just have to learn how to play it forward and stop trying to take it back. That's his man. That's Compton. Same thing with Snoop. Snoop was like, yo, don't run up on Kendrick. You got 100 gangsters with him.
100,000.
100,000. Wow, that's his man. That's what Game is supposed to do. Same way all of those artists who felt offended by Kendrick saying the King of New York line, they supposed to stand up and rep for their hood too. Why not?
Do you think that this will set up some sort of East Coast, West Coast beef?
Nah, because the internet is the great equalizer, and the internet has brought everything together. Hip-hop ain't even about regions no more. That's been dead. Hip-hop is just about what's good and what's bad. What I like and what I don't like. Like I said, the only people that's still holding on to that regional stuff is those guys that probably still wear denim jean shorts and construction Timberlands in the summertime. And those are the ones that are trying to bring it back.
Papoose was here yesterday. And, I kind of went through a few lines in his song. Like, one of the lines was, Kendrick and TDE's on PCP. Top and TDE and them, those ain't no pushovers.
Nah, Top my dude. Like, I like Top a lot. Top is one of the last few thorough guys in this game.
So what I asked was, do you feel that this could potentially escalate into something violent, something physical?
Nah, I don't think so.
What he said was, it might. I'm not going to rule that out. You never know. He's like, am I worried about it? No, but it might. You never know.
I mean, Pap ain't no pushover neither. I don't think it will. I think even if they saw each other out, I think cooler heads would prevail. They might have some words, you know what I mean? Oh, I didn't like this, and oh, I didn't like that. But I don't think it would end in nothing like that. I don't think so. I personally don't believe that. Even when I heard Pap's record, at first I was like, damn, he went hard. Like, he was really getting at them, saying some real personal stuff.
Yeah.
But then he had a great response, like, yo, this is hip-hop. This is hip-hop. Tupac's first line on Hit 'Em Up was, that's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker. That's raised the bar. Like that lets you know anything goes. But you have to be willing to face the consequences of your actions after the fact.
Cameron had put up an Instagram, like after the King of New York line came on, and it said, how you gonna let someone get on your own song and diss you? That's like someone humping a girl and saying, I was just kidding. Now, you know, he didn't put any names on it, but everyone took it as Big Sean letting Kendrick diss him on his own song.
Yeah, but why would Big Sean tell Kendrick to change it or take Kendrick off? See, that's the problem with the game. It's too many sensitive ass people. Like, you got people like that. You got these old, especially the old regime. The old regime will be like, you know, I gotta give you an example because I ain't even good with talking around things. Like, I heard a story about Uncle Murder being on the I Hit It First. I Hit It First remix with Ray J. And I guess Kanye heard it, and Kanye was like, "Yo, if you take if you don't do the record or get off the record, I'll give you a deal or something like that." Like, that's how sensitive the old regime. That's how that. I didn't even call Kanye old because he's not old, but that's how that regime is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got some people who are sensitive to things like that. Yo, you can't diss me on my own record, dog. Change that. Or when Cannabis did it with LL, when he was like, "Yo, let me take," what was the line? I take the mic off. Whatever the line was, he made Cannabis change the line, but then he went and rewrote his. Like,
well, no, he didn't make him change the line. He kept the line and then rewrote his own verse.
I thought he made Cannabis change it.
No, the Cannabis line was the Cannabis line.
Okay.
But then LL went and changed his verse, dissing Cannabis on the song.
Got you. To me, well, if anything, that's what I would have did if I was Sean. Maybe rewrote my verse, so I'm responding to Kendrick on my own track, which would be dope. But I think Sean heard that verse and he heard what we heard. That's an otherworldly verse, dog. And ain't nothing you can really do with that. That's like Jay-Z and Eminem on Renegade. It's not that Jay-Z verses were whack, just that Eminem's verses were otherworldly. What you gonna do? Take the L, dog. It's like being on a Bronco, man. Just get on that Bronco and hold on when that Bronco's bucking, man. Just try not to fall off. And Sean's verse was dope too. Sean said, I'm trying to be better than everybody that's better than everybody. Like, to me, those were some hot bars. But Kendrick's verse marked a moment in time. That's how ill Kendrick's verse was. Kendrick's verse was like, it's gonna come a point in time in the future where you're like, AK, BK. I mean, before Kendrick, after Kendrick. Like, that's how ill that verse was. Like, that verse made everybody alive for a minute. Like, it gave hip-hop a jolt in the arm. Like, whoa, wait a minute now. It's real out here. And to me, that was dope. Kendrick's like, look, nigga, we ain't friends. Everybody too buddy. Where's the competition at? Life ain't a DJ Khaled record, dog, where everybody just gonna get together and, kumbaya, my lord, okay? We could do some songs together, but I'm trying to rip y'all heads off here, all right? Everything in the Instagram pic where it's all of us clicked up, showing off our liquors. What's up? Nah, man. No, it's where the competition at?